Welcome, Sadkhas. We are trying to comprehend and imbibe the basis-based values of Vedic systems. Today, we are to glimpse the word formulation Shila Nyas. Sadhkas fulfilled with the intensity of urge to be parallel with Vedic systems shall sit comfortably and to permit the transcending mind to glimpse and imbibe the values and features of foundation formulation Shila Nyas as the entire superstructure organization of Chatuspeeth is to be structured thereupon. Let me state it specifically again. The word formulation Shila Nyas is the foundation formulation. The entire superstructure organization of Chatuspeeth is structured upon this foundation formulation. Formulation Shila Nyas is of TC value 26, which is parallel with the TCV of Devta. It is Ram Shila, as TCV of Ram Shila as well is 26. Let us sit comfortably. Let us revisit values pair 26 and 28. This pair of values 26 and 28 is parallel with the pair of formulations Devta and Brahm. It is blissful that TCV Ramaha is 28 and same is equal to TCV Sitaram. Let us continuously remain in prolonged sitting of trance to be fully parallel with it, to have complete imbibing of the same. It is transcendental formulation, and the transcendental formulation values are to be imbibed by us, as our intensity of urge is to be parallel with Vedic systems. Let us revisit specifically the formulation Shila Nyas. The formulation Shila Nyas is a composition of pair of words Shila and Nyas. The formulation Shila is a composition of pair of syllables Shi and La, and likewise the formulation Nyas as well is a composition of pair of syllables Nya and Sa. Now let us proceed ahead and see that the composition values of formulation Shila are parallel with the split of a square into a pair of triangles contributing structural components 7 and 4. Likewise, the formulation Nyas is of the format of a synthetic setup of a pair of squares, each splitting into pair of triangles, and these quadruple triangles being of structural components 7, 4, 4, 4. It would be blissful to take note that the combined transcendental code value of pair of formulation Shila Nyas as 11 and 15 takes us the summation value 26, which is parallel with summation value of 4 folds 5, 6, 7, 8 of formulation Devta. It is hypercube 7. It takes us the superstructures up till Dhruv pole star. One shall sit comfortably and be parallel with it. Now let us have intense understanding of the formulation Shila and the way this foundation formulation is being elaborated in Vedic scriptures, particularly Yoga Vashisht. the scripture of enlightenment of Maharishi Vashisht as Guru to Ram as a Shishya. Therefore, sadhakas are fulfilled with intensity of urge to be parallel with Vedic systems shall be through this scripture and the specific elaboration of the home of Brahma and Vidyadhari in Shila as origin seat, as creators of space, as force space presided by Lord Brahma. Brahma as formulation is of transcendental code value 29, while Vidyadhari formulation is of TC value 31. Combined, Brahma Vidyadhari makes value 60, which is parallel with 60 coordinates fixation of transcendental boundary of 12 components of self-referral domain 6 space. Let us sit comfortably. Let us be parallel with the figurative depiction on the computer screen. Now, if one of the transcendental boundary component, that 5 spaces component of a boundary, takes off from the transcendental boundary, the same will dimensionalize the outer space as hypercube 7, means divine dimensionalization of the outer space, means a reach up till Dhruv, pole star, 7 space as origin of 6 space, the origin of our solar universe. It will further be blissful to take note that PCV Ram Shila is of TC value 26 and 6 space being of creative dimensional order. So 6 creative dimensions of 6 space make a dimensional setup of value 24, which is parallel with the TC value of Vashisht. One shall sit comfortably and be parallel with these formulations, their values, features, and organization, particularly as that Vashisht is in the role of a guru of Ram as a Shishya. It is very blissful preservation of Vedic scriptures. Sadhakas are fulfilled with the intensity of urge to be parallel with it shall be through this episode of Yog Vashisht, where Vidyadhari is having Brahma in her home at the center of a Shila. Vidyadhari wants to marry Brahma, which is declined by Brahma, and as such, Vidyadhari goes for advice of Vashisht, and Vashisht Rishi accompanies Vidyadhari, and when he also finds that Brahma as localized Brahma, not as a universalized Brahma, is present there, has a divine dialogue, and it is this divine dialogue which will help us appreciate that Vidya, the education, the enlightenment, can make us parallel with the creation, but it cannot make the creator. Sadhakas are fulfilled with the intensity of urge to be parallel with Vedic systems shall well keep in mind as that their potentialities can be parallel with the creation's creators, but one cannot be a creator. The formulation Yog Vashisht is of TC value 36, 12 plus 24. And Paranava Sarvadeshu, the foundational formulation of entire range of Vedic knowledge is Paranava. It is of TC value 36. And 36 as space content will split into 34, 34, and 32. 34 plus 34, 68 is parallel with the TC value of Panch Mahabhut. And simultaneously, for Ka as 1, TCV Ekadhiken Purven is 68. 34 plus 34 plus 32 is 100. It would be very blissful. One shall sit comfortably and be parallel with these organization features, particularly as that the Prithvi, Apa, Agni, Vayu, Akash, Surya, and Dhruv. This 7 steps long range is of TC value 100, and Surya and Dhruv are of TC value 32, while the remaining Panchabhut, Prithvi, Apa, Agni, Vayu, and Akash are 68. One shall sit comfortably, and one shall comprehend, and one shall imbibe, and one shall be parallel with these organization features of the existence phenomenon of a solar universe, with Dhruv as 7 space in the role of origin of Surya, our solar universe. It is a very, very blissful comprehension. One shall be parallel with it. Now, Ganita Sutra, Upsutra 12, Vilokanam. TCV Rishi is of TC value 12, and Rishi, seer, is one who is drishta, one who sees, one who glimpses. Now let us glimpse the organization of triple letters of the formulation Rishi as a Ri, Sha, E. Its reflection image, which is to be glimpsed, it is E, Sha, Ri. These triple letters 462 make a value 462, and 264 makes a value 264. And difference value 198 is a summation value of 99 plus 99. And C value 99 is the summation value of 8 prisms of first 4 subcubes of a cube, and value 99 as 1 to 99 leads to factors 236 parallel with the total letters of 13 Ganita Sutras. It is blissful. Let us be further parallel with this feature of 16 prisms frames of the quadruple spatial dimensions frame of creators of space, particularly the synthetic setup of square as quadruple quarter squares is 25, while 8 directional frames split up is of 35, and the prism 16 in number, 8 in the upper part and 8 in the lower part, when or visited, it will be blissfully taking us to that upper superstructure of quadruple subcubes, as 8 subcubes is of grand total structural components being 99. One shall sit comfortably, one shall be parallel with it, and one shall be blissfully as the systems are. Thank you very much.